Hello and welcome to a lay of the land, so to speak. We're going to talk to some local riders. We're going to look at highlights from 2025 and just break out how the national season is going so far. This is stop 13, lucky number 13 on the tour. So we're excited to have some great weather, blue skies above us, and we're just pumped to get into the weekend. The USA BMX 2026 National Series has been, on par with one of the best race seasons that we've started to have. So we're early into it. Summer months are going to come in and really get into that grind of that National Series. But from Vegas all the way until Legacy just a couple weeks ago, we've been having a lot of fun on the USA BMX National Series. Like we said, Metro BMX, one of our favorite stops, one of California's favorite stops for the national tour. Wide open first straight, rhythm section down the second straight, and then a split straight on that third. So we got a lot of great action coming your way. We're going to talk to Avon Beatty right away after this commercial break.
For over 35 years, J&R Bicycles has been delivering BMX around the world. With a live inventory website, same-day shipping, and a warehouse full of the best brands, J&R Bicycles is your one-stop shop for all things BMX. Click, buy, save at jrbicycles.com.
Different teams, same hardware.
Done on the one right there, got to be Gibson.
Different styles, same foundation.
And tag colors running the Chasey Bug, got the red thing, the Rockstar. You know who's got to be left.
Different groups, same family. Ride the Rift.
Welcome back to Bakersfield. We have Avon Beatty here, part of the Claiborne factory crew, a local here to Metro BMX. Avon, how are we feeling for the weekend?
I'm feeling pretty good, excited, really pumped, excited to see how it works.
Yeah, and you've had a lot of laps here, from locals to state to nationals. What's the biggest thing that you take into these national weekends when the whole national tour comes into town?
I just focus on staying calm, not letting the nerves get to me, but just knowing that this is my home track. I don't need to worry about anything, that I got everything settled.
Definitely. Well, don't need to worry anything. You got a lot of speed in 13X coming for you on your home turf. So who are some of those riders you have been battling with all season and all, for the past 6 years as you've been racing? So who are some of those names that you enjoy racing out here on the National Series?
I really enjoy racing Zoe Barnes, Vita De Vera, Sequoia Gomalicki whenever I age up, Jem Tolfson, Elle. There's a lot of amazing riders in 13 girls.
Yeah, and we're going to watch your race from last year, but you and Zoe Barnes duked it out on Friday night under the lights here. Does that just get you even more excited, or are you one of the racers that loves a good race when you're in it?
Yes, I for sure do. I love the challenge, the adrenaline, everything. It just makes it so much more fun.
Awesome. Well, take us back 6 years ago. Didn't know anything about BMX, and now you're here. You're a national contender every single time. What was that first day like? Do you remember much from that?
I actually do, because I remember kids from school have been asking me for years to come out to the track, and then whenever I finally did, I said that this was my forever sport.
That's awesome. Any other sports growing up, or are you just a BMX kid?
Oh, I've done so many. Right now I'm also doing club soccer. Before I did gymnastics, been everywhere.
Just athletic. That's fair. Well, as we look ahead into the rest of 2026, what are some of those other national stops that you're really excited for?
I can't wait for Music City next weekend, and then Duke City, and the Oregon National coming up, last national for my birthday, so really excited for those.
Getting those wins in before that 14X jump, right? Well, there's been a lot of speed coming out of Bakersfield for years now. You're just one of the many names. So who else have you really looked up to throughout your racing career?
Lately I've been looking up to Brooke Walski, and then of course Jordan Miranda, and then we've always had different pros out here since Cam Larson, local, and then there's just so many amazing riders out here. It's so hard to name them all, but it's great.
That's awesome. Well, across California, we have a lot of good racers, but it seems like this is the mecca for those fast guys that keep on getting faster and faster. So, well, good luck this weekend. 13 expert girls. Make sure to tune in. Are you racing open, cruiser, anything like that? Open? All right. We'll be cheering for you. Good luck this weekend. No problem. And we're going to go to a quick commercial, come right back to take a look at those highlights from 2025.
USA BMX, where everyone rides.
Mojo BMX Distribution sells the fastest brands in BMX. Speedco, Avian, Mabo, Inspire, and IRC tires, to name a few. Accepting dealer and distributor applications now. Visit mojobmx.com to see our full product lineup.
Do you like BMX?
I like BMX.
Well, so do we.
Welcome to Full Tilt Bike Co., where we're a collective of young racers working to build the largest selection of BMX race products. But we're not your typical mail-to-order store. So make sure you check out the Full Tilt Bike Co. YouTube channel, where we do product spotlights, bike builds, and give out BMX racing tips and tricks.
Join the community and see what the new age of BMX product sales looks like. Bleh.
For over 35 years, J&R Bicycles has been delivering BMX around the world. With a live inventory website, same-day shipping, and a warehouse full of the best brands, J&R Bicycles is your one-stop shop for all things BMX. Click, buy, save at jrbicycles.com.
Different teams, same hardware.
Down on the one.
All right, taking a look back at 2025, that under the lights is just always electric here in Bakersfield. So let's take a look at some of those favorite races from Friday night of 2025. Starting off with that 1720 women's cruiser class. I mean, Maddie DeSantis just electric out of the gate, but it was Danica Anderson and Mackenzie Palmer who caught our eye, getting a little rubbins racing through that first turn there. Danica definitely knows how to swoop under. You'll be seeing that all weekend long as Maddie DeSantis cruises and jumps to the finish line down there at the Metro BMX finish line. Going over to the 12 cruiser class, I mean, these guys were battling out. Fishbaugh is on the charge, Chase Harp charging after him, and they just a game of cat and mouse just all the way to that that last turn where Harp carves low, gets an elbow on him, and just gets him off the line all the way to the finish line. You're going to see that also again and a little bit later into these highlights as the ages keep growing. 15 cruiser, more just great action. I mean, but big bro Maddox Vicario has been stepping his game up into that first turn, just charging around Perry behind him. And then the Gordy's riders just going 2-3 as Maddox Vicario. Great defense into that third turn, carving around. And that was just one of many cruiser wins for Vicario. He's really stepped up even into this year. I don't know if he's racing cruiser this weekend, but he'll be into those class main events. So 8 expert girls, the young guns, Gonzalez charging on that inside, but wait for the turn. A big old low line swoop. That is going to be a recurring theme here in Bakersfield. That Metro BMX second turn, the one we're standing on, is just a great one for swoops. Charging all the way to the line, getting those little legs, pedaling and pumping over those doubles. And then just a couple classes later, Mia Reyna, Remy Sessa, Remy along the outside. Mia tries to hold her off, but Remy just powers through. I know Mia is here looking for a redemption around Metro for that Friday night race. And then Isabella Smith just sneaking in there, going from 3 to 2, chasing after Remy Sessa, but Remy has it all the way to the line. Remy, Isabella, and Mia Reyna going through. I mean, this is just a recurring factor. We got a lot of great racing through Metro, especially those girls' classes. And just as we keep going, and this is the one to watch. Chase Berry and Logan Lee, they are currently tied in the national number 1 title chase in that amateur girls class. Chase Berrien does get the edge down the third straight, holds off Logan Lee. These two have already been battling all season long through every single stop. Logan tries to battle there on Friday night. I believe these two went at it every single lap all the way through last year's racing. And then to the 31 to 40 women expert group. Caitlin White, Courtney Tomei going 1 and 2, and these two have definitely raced a lot in California, but we don't see them be able to mix it up too many times. So it was great to see Courtney Tomei charging along the outside, and those two ladies are definitely ones to not back down from a battle and an elbow into a turn. So definitely cool to see them. We've already seen them already today through practice here, and then into those expert boy classes. I mean, these guys are so fast going around the track. The big swoop in there in the second turn, splitting up down the third straightaway, and then just meeting back up into that third turn. That, for some of those young guns, it's a coin toss on what is going to be faster through that third straightaway, down and then through that finish line, charging their little legs all the way through with a big stretch. This 10X class might have been my favorite race from last year. We had a lot of pro action, but this one just caught my eye every single time. Chase Eckel charging on the top spot, but Caldwell finding that inside line all the way on the white stripe and taking it over there in the second turn. Caldwell will go on to finish the lap, but not without a big fight from Chase and the other boys in 10 Expert. Obviously, this is last year, so these guys are stepped up just a year up in 11X, even faster, even tougher. Going to be fun to watch all weekend long. And one step up, 11X. I mean, Trenton Paxman, GQ Novak, these two, again, they've been battling already. They've been battling for years even. And with a smooth third straightaway, good carve around the corner, GQ Novak is going to be able to get some extra boost down this last straightaway, and just at the line, sniped him. Got him right there at the stripe for a Friday night. I know Trenton got some redemption on Saturday and Sunday. And now this is not under the lights, but this is just one of my favorite laps from last year. Jet Hickey back there in 5th right now is the top dog in that 13 and 14 expert class now, with the Babs rider going super fast on the top spot, carving around, and we're just going to see a game of cat and mouse all the way on the outside, chasing him down with the fast backside over the triple into the bonsai and gets the edge. That's what can happen if you're not perfectly smooth down that pro set on that split straight. Taking it over, Keegan Skinner grabbing the win for the Sunday day, and this is going to be more of the same. The fast 15 experts, these guys have jumped up into the 16 expert class already. Mario Bertoli on the daylight hero ride, going on the inside with Hayden Passanisi right behind him, and Kyson Christian dropping back into that third spot. But watch Hayden Passanisi here. He's going to hunt Mario all the way down through the second turn, through the third straightaway, and get him in a very similar fashion. Mario goes left, Hayden goes right, and Hayden just peeks up, X-Pass. Perfect execution, bumps it at the turn, gets him off the pedals, and Hayden celebrates across the line with a big bike slam. Going around the track, I mean, it's going to be another great weekend here in Bakersfield, and there's some great highlights coming from this year that we'll talk about next year. But it's going to be a great one here in Bakersfield. Always a fun, action-packed battle. We're going to get some commercials out of the way, talk to some of our USA BMX sponsors, and we'll be right back with some more top 10 highlights and top 10 of the national chase here this year.
They're going to be Gibson.
Different styles, same foundation.
And tag colors running the Chasey Bug. Got the red thing, the Rockstar. You know who's got to be left.
Different groups, same family. Ride the Rift.
13 races into the 2026 USA BMX National Tour, and the points are already shaping up to show us a little insight into who's going to be up there towards the top as we get into title contender season later into October and November. We have 4 amateur classes along with teams and those 3 pro classes, but since we're just amateurs this weekend, let's take you through the cruiser, girls cruiser, amateur girl, and amateur national number 1 title chase in that top 10 so far this year. So we have a heated battle in the cruiser classes. We have Knox Reeves on the top spot in 12 cruiser with 21-19 leading the points, but look down towards that 8th and 10 spot. We got Rob Drolet, Corky Gainsford holding it down for the old crew, or the older guys, sorry guys, in that cruiser top 10. But I'm really looking at the 13 and 11-year-old classes to make a charge later into the season for that national number 1 title. The Reed Vanderheyden, Nicholas Moulton, Trenton Paxman in the 13, and Sutton Irwin in the 13. I mean, those guys have been battling all season long and for the past couple of years, so that's going to be one to watch for sure. Moving over to the girl cruiser classes, we have a little different top 10 there. So we have Remy Sessa in the 2 spot, Ginger Markham in the top spot, but look at those age groups. We have 5 out of the top 10 over 36 and 40 cruiser. So we have a lot of the older ladies having a really good rider count throughout the season, but then they're mixed in there with those young guns like we've become known to see. So Ginger in the 1, Remy Sessa, Bristol Almy, Jana Weiss, Janet Baker, Gemma Tollefson, Misty Prevette, Mia Reyna, Angela Hale, Angie Henry. I mean, those ladies are definitely going to be excited for the late half of the season, getting those points through the summer months. And as school gets out, maybe some of those younger kids are going to be bumping those rider counts through the series. Going over to the amateur boys title chase. This is always a fun one, and these ages really excite me. We have a little younger of ages coming through that top 8, and then with Bryce Blummer and Lucas Zhao in the 17-20. But I always love a 12-year-old to 15-year-old national number 1. It gives riders at the local level that I can do that feeling of that's a kid that I could be going to school with, or is at my local track and I ride with him, and he's not about to turn pro. He's got another couple years in the amateur classes. So Josh Linares, we've seen him already. He's looking fast around Metro, as always, any track he goes to. Sitting on the top spot there with Josh Linares, and then Judah Anderson, one of my sneaky favorites over here on the Californian side with that Bay Area Dynamics crew. Definitely a fun one to watch. Going down the list, Jacob Gonzalez rounding out the top spot, the podium spots so far, and then Trenton Paxman, River Tresick, Chase Harp, Jai Lau, Adam Foley, and then down into those 17-20-year-olds, Bryce Bloomer and Lucas Zhao. Now, you might be wondering, why are the 17-20-year-olds, why is their rider count down this year? Well, that's because of that ABA Futures class. We've had 4 pro races already this year, and a lot of those 17-20-year-olds are focusing on that ABA Futures. We expect that to shift as the Pro Series takes a break after next weekend in Nashville. We're excited to see them back for the summer, doing their summer tours and climbing up into those top 10s. Now, this one I'm excited for, the amateur girls top 10, with Logan Lee, Chase Burrian tied exactly on the 1 and 2 in that 15-16 expert girl class. These two, there is no love lost between these two. They bump, they race, they do everything around the track to beat each other. And from when they were 12 years old, now that they're in the 15-16 girls class, they've been bumping and battling for a long while, and I don't see that slowing down anymore. So that's the question. Can Chase Burrian transfer her cruiser national number 1 over to the 20-inch, or can Logan Lee join her Canadian brethren in Molly Simpson and get a title for O Canada in the Great White North? So going down the list, Sequoia Gomalicki in 14 girls hasn't had quite the rider count she's wanted these past couple of races, so we haven't seen her in a couple, but excited to see her back here in Bakersfield. Zara Urena, the Florida girl, just charging in 12 expert, really dominant in that 12X class. Gemma Tollefson, Lily Ashley, Addison Thompson in the 1720 class, Remy Sessa again in the top 10, and then Riley Jordan, Landon Burrian, the other Burrian sister. The girls class and the girls national #1 title chase is going to be electric this year. I think you're going to see a lot of breakout stars coming through from the 13, 14, and then as they age into that 15, 16 expert girls class. 1720 is still there as well, but it's going to be, an exciting show, coming into even the last couple races where we get into Texas and Sarasota and those the fall nationals in Phoenix, Arizona. It's going to be an exciting one to see who gets those last minute scores to bump them up and get a little confidence going into the Grand Nationals there in November. So before we end this out here today and go to the live show starting at 1 p.m., we're going to take you through the next races on the docket for the National Series. Let me get my paper here. The Music City Nationals coming up next weekend, May 22nd to 24th. That's the pro weekend. Going to be a lot of battles. We saw a great racing weekend last year, and we got another one on deck. It's always fun to see the drag strip in Music City. Over to just a couple weekends after, we got an off weekend, and then into June, the Spring Nationals coming up from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Now, under the top of Duke City BMX is really a hidden gem in the BMX Nationals circuit. It was always on the split weekend between Music City or Spring, so you always had two crops of racers deciding which one they wanted to go to. But after we split it up and went there last year, I think this one's definitely going to be a fan favorite. Definitely fun to see everybody under that roof and the volunteers there. But as that one we've been to a lot, we've never been to Lexington BMX. The Palmetto Nationals, a new one on the circuit, June 12th to 14th of 2026. A split straight on the second straight and third straight. A lot of different options for this race. Now, if you know a guy named Cam Larson from Bakersfield, he trains out in Rock Hill right now, and this is his Grands preparation track. So a great gate, great first straight to get those riders prepped and ready for the Grand Nationals, and we're going to experience it in the summer months in June. Going to a fan favorite, a legendary race along the USA BMX circuit and all of BMX is Midwest Nationals. Rockford BMX, the drop down the first straight. I mean, this one, what more can you say about Rockford? From Bermzilla in turn 1 to the big long sprint that you got at the last straightaway. The Rockford BMX, if you haven't been there for the Midwest Nationals already, you definitely have to check it out. And then to the beautiful, up over on this side of the country, Lumberjack Nationals with Autzen Stadium looking at you from the parking lot. Emerald Valley BMX has just an amazing vibe. If you're talking BMX tracks that give off a positive and community vibe, it is Emerald Valley BMX with the trails next to the track, an awesome outer U to inner U layout with those guys, those bike riders up in Oregon, they know how to ride bikes and they know how to send it. So all those tracks are fun to send. And then finally, to 4th of July weekend, the Stars and Stripes Nationals, the pros return to Akron BMX. Going to be a great one out there. Again, we have the Soapbox Derby planned once again over on the hill at the world famous Soapbox Derby track out there in Akron. And now we have seen a track rebuild, I believe, from this track. So excited to see how the pros dice it up on their 4th of July weekend. It is going to be an amazing summer here on the USA BMX National Tour. But once again, we go all the way till November. So it's definitely going to be a long stretch to get to that Grand Nationals, but these riders are ready for it. We got a lot of action coming here from the Bakersfield, California. I mean, Metro BMX, what more can you ask for? Blue skies, great racing. We'll be right back. Okay, riders, random start. It's going to be a great weekend here in Bakersfield, California for the Golden State Nationals Metro BMX. We are live all weekend long on Flow Bikes. Go over to the USA BMX website and find that Watch Live tab. It'll take you directly to Flow Bikes to watch all the action. But we will also have a lot of content right here on YouTube. So from this live to different interviews, videos, vlogs from after the weekend, make sure to tune in on all of the USA BMX social media platforms right here on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, the whole shebang. We can't wait to watch the action. We're going to get back to practice so I can take some photos of these super rad kids, but we're going to have a great time right here in Bakersfield. We'll see you on Flow, 1 o'clock. Peace.
USA BMX, where everyone rides.
Mojo BMX Distribution sells the fastest brands in BMX. Speedco, Avian, Mabo, Inspire, and IRC tires to name a few. Accepting dealer and distributor applications now. Visit mojobmx.com to see our full product lineup.
Do you like BMX?
I like BMX.
Well, so do we.
Welcome to Full Tilt Bike Co., where we're a collective of young racers working to build the largest selection of BMX race products. But we're not your typical mail-to-order store. So make sure you check out the Full Tilt Bike Co. YouTube channel, where we do product spotlights, bike builds, and give out BMX racing tips and tricks.
Join the community and see what the new age of BMX product sales looks like. Bleh.